Hi everybody, Jake here. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. If you're new, we're back with another episode of Lille Legends. It's a Champions League quarter-final stage. I told you we'd get past the group stage. I'll show you what's happened since the last video. A lot has happened, to be honest. We've had another round of the Champions League that I skipped out. We've had the first leg of this match. We've had some incredible league form and cup form, and we've also had quite a few interesting things happen to the squad, as well as a couple little signings that we brought in, like 250k players who could potentially be stars for the future. Now, before we get into today's video, the aim of this series with Lille is of course to win the Champions League, but I just want to talk for a second. I know some of you won't be Chelsea fans, but I know some of you are as well, so I'm going to wear my Chelsea scarf today. We won the Champions League last night, woke up and I'm recording this video. So if my voice does sound a little strained, that's why. I was absolutely buzzing with it. Still am, still completely over the moon. So we'll see what happens in this video, but even if we lost 10-0, I'd still come out of it a happy man. So well done to Chelsea. Thank you to you guys who probably aren't Chelsea fans and have to put up with this. But yeah, Lille, that is what we're here for today, he says as he's wearing a PSG top. Really do need to think these things through, or maybe I should get a Lille shirt, I don't know. But yeah, let's quickly start with the transfers because that will be done in a few seconds. We have moved a few people on. I think a channel member player is left. Yeah, Ben Henken, if you're watching, you're the second player that is a channel viewer who we've moved on in this save. We got an offer for you. You were really down in the pecking order in our academy, 700 grand. It went back into our club and we invested it pretty nicely, I would say. We bought in this guy, Nello, on a free, who we're not going to do much with, but we'll definitely sell him on. He's currently on loan at Nantes in the Ligue 1 division. Did I say Nantes? 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 Definitely not Nantes. That club isn't a Nantes. I'm not going to try and say it. FC Nantes. He's gone on loan there. He's doing alright for them. I'm sure we'll make a little profit on him in the future. And we also bought this guy in for £250,000. Bear in mind, we sold Ben Henken for £750,000. I think this is a very good signing. The Nigerian was running out of contract at Birmingham. Is Uchenna Onyekachi. So I'm going to have to work on that name. Sorry, that's the first time I tried to pronounce it. I forgot I'd have to do that. Mentally good, physically good, technically very good on that left-hand side. A bit of development. I was hoping to loan him out, but no one wanted him. A bit of development, and he will definitely be part of our team in the future. And other than that, transfers, that's pretty much it. Now, if we go back all the way to the Champions League group stages, where was that? Here we go. We lost to Milan in the last video, didn't we? Then we lost to PSG in the league, and I thought this was going to be a really tough season. Up until very recently, PSG and Marseille were really far out in front of us, but we picked up our form. We did finish off the Champions League group with a 3-0 win, which got us top place in the group and therefore a top seeding, which was great because there were quite a few average teams in it. No offence to Porto, but we did draw Porto, who we went on to draw 1-1 away with, but then beat them at home 4-1, which put us into the next round where we are playing Bayern Munich today. So a very good team, and we'll talk about how the first leg of that went. As you can see, league form pretty strong all around, as well as cup form. We're doing really well into the cup final against PSG after we beat Lyon in the semi-final, and yeah, into the quarter-final of the Champions League, where we beat Bayern Munich at home 4-1. Now, Bayern Munich were pretty good in that game. We just took our chances really well. A few set-piece goals, I think it was, yeah, Benkovic and Ahmed Hodzic. Now, I did mention a few squad issues, and we'll talk about that in a minute. There's a reason that David has started the game and scored both goals. Bayern did pull one away goal back, though, so that is a potential worry in this game. I think we'll be okay, but you never know. Home at the Allianz Arena for Bayern Munich, maybe they'll get a couple goals. We've not been too good when we've been away. We just need to stay in the game, keep it like 2-1 to them or something like that, and we're fine, and we are through into the semi-final where we actually already know who we will be playing. So the teams left in the competition are us and Bayern Munich, who will play Real Madrid, who knocked out... Who did they knock out? They knocked out Rennes, only winning 1-0 in both legs. So beat Rennes 2-0 across two legs. Now, Rennes are a good team, but they are 7th in our league, and we regularly beat them. So I think we could maybe take on PSG. If we do make it into the semi-final, beat Real Madrid, which will put us in a final against one of either Barcelona or Liverpool or Inter. Now, Liverpool have already played Inter and have beaten them 1-0 in their home leg, but that could go either way because Inter have been a good team. Now, we've lost at the quarter-final stage for 2 seasons in a row now. We lost last year to Man City and the year before that to Inter Milan. Thankfully, Man City have already been knocked out, as have Chelsea, because the English clubs, like Man United in particular, are really overpowered and seem to do really well, even though I think our squad is better. So yeah, hopefully we can beat Bayern, beat Real Madrid, then who knows, a final, which if we win it, will be the end of the series, which would be sad to do, but it's what we've aimed to do across the few seasons here, to win the Champions League, and we're really building up towards it. Also, before we talk about what happened with the squad, not only did Chelsea win the Champions League, but Lille won the French division, the French League 1 title, above PSG in their first season in real life, so brilliant work to them. I've been keeping up with it quite closely after I started making the save, and they've done great, so really happy with that. But yeah, the reason that certain players aren't playing, and the reason that our team today features the likes of David is because Matthias Orezo has been injured for quite a while, as has Cooper Myers. Now you also might notice, and you probably won't off the bat, but unless I tell you, there was a guy who we had as a backup right winger who played quite regularly, sometimes in front of Ikone, Elias Akamatch. Now, he was on loan from Barcelona. Unfortunately, he broke his anterior cruciate ligament, or pulled it, whatever it was. He did his ACL basically, and he was out to 8 to 9 months, which meant Barcelona recalled him. The transfer window was over, so we couldn't bring anyone back, which has meant that we promoted a few people from the youth team into the first team to potentially get game time here or there. For example, we've got Billy Kwok, who is a inverted winger on the right side and is a channel viewer player again, so he could come on for Ikone, but I don't expect it to happen. Speaking of channel viewers though, Sasuke at left back has been a really good player for us this season. A 7.22 overall. We got a £20 million offer from Sevilla for him, so he's definitely very highly thought of. Same with Tiny Cox. We got a £15 million offer for him, but I rejected it because there's a lot of potential in these kids' future. But the team for Bayern Munich today that we are going to use is this. It's Livakovic in goal, who could potentially get him replaced soon. If we go on to another season, you might see that deal happening. It is my main deal that I've been working on for quite a while, doing the whole declaring interest, making the player want to leave. Hopefully it will work out, but it'll be a big signing if we can pull off his replacement. We've got Emerson at right back, Todibo, Ahmedhodzic and Aaron Martin as our back line. Michael Cousance and Renato Sanchez in midfield. It's usually been Cooper Myers and Cousance in midfield, but because Cooper Myers is injured, Sanchez comes in. Cousance has been immense recently. I mean, he wasn't doing great in the early stages, to be honest, but he's really picked it up since then, since we moved him from a deep line playmaker to the Mazzala role, where he's been killing it for us recently. So he's put Sanchez out of his original position, and that is the midfield two we're going for. Then we've got Ikone, Almada, Barrow and David. A quick shout out before we start to Geronimo Bruno, who has been awesome this season and has really given me food for thought. Sometimes he actually plays ahead of Almada in the biggest games, but I figure Bruno, he's got plenty of time to grow. He's an awesome player, and he is definitely going to be one of the world's best, in my opinion. So, enough of me talking. Chelsea won the Champions League. We're going to win it with Lille now. I'm telling you now, this is our year. This is our season. Everything's lining up. Jonathan David, do us a job against Bayern Munich. I hope this doesn't backfire on me. Let's get into the match and hopefully get a win. Okay, we are off here in the game. I just took a quick drink as the game started, and we've already created a chance, which is good to see. But the Bayern Munich team is very much still their core squad in real life. If we just pause it a sec. Neuer, Hernandez, Pavard, Davies, Goretzka, Sane, Lewandowski. The only new players are Dolberg, Olmo, Schlegel, who was someone we tried to look at. He's a defensive midfielder, I think, and Joe Gomez at right back. So I don't really need us to win. I just needed to stay in the game enough that we quite easily go through. We can lose 2-0 and still be quite happy and go through here. But so far so good. More possession, more chances. That is what we like to see. I haven't said it yet, so I'll say it now. If you do enjoy these kind of videos, Lewandowski go closer. But if you do enjoy these kind of videos, if you do enjoy this video in particular, smash the like button. It really does mean a lot. I always say you guys have been smashing it, which you always do. You always hit the 40 like target. Bayern Munich just hit the post there, so they're coming very close now to getting an opening goal. But yeah, you usually hit the 40 like target, but recently, within a few hours, you already hit 50, 60. So that really does mean a lot. I understand that usually the videos that have transfers in do better. So if we can hit 50 likes in this video, that'll be awesome. The fact that the series has continued going, but the like target has got higher, really goes to show how much support you guys are giving this series. Drop a comment who you think will win this individual match, not the tie as a whole. Do you think Bayern will win it, or do you think we'll pull off an away win? And finally, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, because I'm going to aim for 2,300 now. We are currently at 2,250, so finally we are a quarter of a way between 2,000 and 3,000, so that's awesome. Hopefully one day we will get there, and don't forget to smash the notification bell too, so don't miss out on any of our uploads here on the channel. But that is a very quick half time here, 0-0, just adjusted the camera a little bit there, so hopefully it's a little bit better for you guys. But yeah, I can't fault the performance so far. This is all we need to do, just keep the game quiet. It might be a boring video, but as long as we're just here chilling at a 0-0, we're going through into the semi-final, which is potentially winnable against Real Madrid. I'd rather play Real Madrid than Bayern Munich, to be honest. I don't know what kind of team Real Madrid have got at this stage, though. Probably Haaland, etc. at this point, I imagine. But we might create a chance here and get an away goal, which will really seal the deal for us, and we won't have to worry about a potential Bayern Munich 3-0 win, which is the only way that we really go out here, I can imagine, that Bayern Munich score 3 and we have no reply whatsoever, so they win on away goals. But Dolberg has got his goal there. He did a similar thing in the first leg, and this is starting to worry me a little bit now. But so far, we're still fine. 1 goal in 48 minutes. As long as we don't ship another one really quickly, we might be okay. But great finish from Dolberg. A lot of bookings on that Bayern Munich team. They're obviously really going all out attacking to try and win this game, which of course they need to. They need to win by quite a few goals. Here is Joe Gomez. Aaron Martin won't let him pass, so. But we go all the way out to Goretzka, and it's close from Schegler in the midfield there, which would have been very worrying if it had been 2-0, sorry, at that point. But Bayern Munich really stepping it up now. Possession and chances all going their way. We'll bring on some subs, I think, in a few minutes. Yeah, let's do it now. 70 minutes in, let's see what we've got off the bench. Sorry that it hasn't been the most entertaining match in terms of a singular match, but these things happen. As long as we go through, I'm happy here. I'm going to bring on Billy Kwok, switch Gomez over there, and Cousins is pretty tired, so we'll bring on Cham there in the midfield. So that's the team we're bringing on. A young player from a channel viewer coming on, Billy Kwok. He's going to get a bit of game time now, as we don't have another inverted winger, and maybe he'll give me a reason to say, yeah, you can be the backup inverted winger next season. So, 20 minutes remaining. Hopefully, we can just hold this out now. If Bayern Munich get another goal, I'll be very worried, particularly in the last few minutes, in case they get an extra one, and with no reply from us, we'd be screwed. So, 20 minutes to go. Fingers crossed. Pray to down drink water. Let's sort this out and get into our first semi-final in the series. Okay, here we go. The 20 minutes on the clock. It's slowly ticking away. That's fine by me. No highlights is perfectly fine. Yes, it might not make a great video, but as long as we're through into the semis, I'll be happy. But this is what I am not wanting. Because if Bayern Munich now go and score, all of a sudden we're holding out for the last 5 minutes, hoping we don't concede one more goal. But Cham does step on the ball pretty well there. Billy Kwok gets to it. Go on, mate. Billy Kwok bursting down the wing. Past Alphonso Davies. Is that a foul? It's not. And now Julian Brandt, another one where a Dortmund player has been stolen by Bayern Munich. They brought on Muller, they brought on Vlasic, and Vlasic has burst forward here. He's got pace, but it's a poor shot from him, and we're very happy that that just goes straight into Lovakovic's hands, and the clock keeps running on. We're happy with this. Really hope we do make it through now. A few minutes left, and it's another Bayern Munich attack. We do potentially have a chance for a counter-attack because they're going so attacking, but you never know. And speaking of counter-attack, here we are. It's Kwok. He's got David in front of him, who hasn't done much today. Kwok goes alone, and it's right into the arms of Neuer. But a great show of pace there, considering he's up against one of the fastest defenders in the game, in Alphonso Davies, and Hernandez too. He's not slow at all, so he's done well there. But speaking of doing well, we have finally done it with Lille. After a couple of quarter-final disappointments in our history, we've done it. We've made a semi-final. We're going to be playing Real Madrid. We'll take a look at Real Madrid's squad in a minute to see what we're up against. But Liverpool, oh... See, I would have preferred Liverpool to be knocked out because I feel like we could take Inter, but Liverpool are through. They're going to have Barcelona in the other match in the competition. Just to have a quick look at who is left. We've got a Real Madrid team that features the likes of, that's pretty standard, right? Eric Garcia, Casemiro, Kai Havertz is a big signing for them. Kylian Mbappe, Mo Salah, Paul Pogba. Okay, they've improved their squad quite a lot. Considering they're going a little bit downhill in real life, they're not in this game. They've really got a great team here. Kylian Mbappe for them is going to be a superstar in that match up front. Currently, they are first in La Liga by quite a while, and Barcelona, I imagine, won't have too much of a chance to knock out Liverpool. Barcelona's squad currently looking like this. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Windle, Milinkovic-Savic will be a good player for them, Richarlison, but really that isn't a team you look at and you're very scared of, in all honesty, particularly with someone like Patrick Schick up front. Schick, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm not too worried about him if I came up against them in the final. So I think we could take Barcelona. Now, the only one we need to worry about is Liverpool, who I imagine, yeah, they're first in the Premier League. Quite comfortably one of the better two teams in the league with Chelsea right now. And if we have a look at their squad, it is pretty much the same. They've replaced Robertson with Alaba. Kana is in for where Matip usually is, and he's a very good player at the age of 21. When Adam's still there, they've got Jadon Sancho. Myron Bodu has been bought for their squad. They've got Papetti, Gabriel Jesus, Scott McTominay, Sula, Pedro Porro. Okay, it's going to be tough no matter who we get, really. But I think we can take Real Madrid. I'm holding out hope. I think it will be us against Liverpool in the final, where I reckon we'll lose, but that's my prediction. We'll take Real Madrid, Liverpool will take Barca, and then Liverpool will beat us. You've got to keep your hopes up at this stage. It looks like the league should be in the bag because I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is the league table now, considering for a while we were really far behind Marseille and PSG, and by really far I mean like 5 points, which in Ligue 1, where PSG don't drop too many, it was quite worrying. However, after a little bit of time, they have started to slow up a little bit. PSG's team is immense, by the way, at the minute. We played against them recently, and they are awesome. But if we have a look at our schedule, what have we got coming up? We've got a match against PSG, which will hopefully, a win there will decide the league. We've got the PSG French Cup final, and then at the end of May, we've got the second leg where you'll next see us against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final. We finally made it. We're getting closer to a potential series end, so I don't know. Finances are good. The club's good. The squad's good. We've got some money next season to spend, not as much as I'd like, but we've still got some. We're going places. It could end here. This could be where we win the Champions League, so we'll see. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. And one final thing. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Right. See you next time. Bye.